For elbow flexion, I'm just going to ask the client to bend their elbow against gravity. So bring your hand up towards your shoulder for me as high as you can go, and go ahead and relax it. So full range of motion against gravity is a 3. Now I'm going to add resistance in the mid-range. Go ahead and bend it up, and I'm going to try to push you down. Don't let me push. All right. So my question is, does he take minimal resistance, moderate resistance, or maximal resistance? If we're not sure, we can always try again. A lot of times you're trying to figure out, is that a 3+ or is that a 4? Bend it up again. Don't let me push. Okay. So it didn't break right away. I would say that was moderate resistance before it gave out, so I'd give him a 4 out of 5. If I asked him to flex the elbow, and he bent it about 3/4 of the way up, go ahead and bring that arm up as high as you can, so it's not full range, but it's more than 50%, then I would say that that is a 3-. If I asked him to flex the elbow, and he only bent it about 30 degrees, or any portion of, anywhere less than 50%, I'd give him a 2+. Let's say I asked him to flex it, and he didn't have any movement at all. Go ahead and bend that arm. He's trying, I can tell, but there isn't any real movement. I need to move him into a gravity eliminated position. I can bring the arm up. I can have him in full extension. And then I can ask him to go ahead and bring this hand in towards this shoulder for me. And straighten it back out. Good. Now that we're gravity eliminated, he can go through full range. I would give him a 2. If it was a partial range, he only flexed any portion of that range, but not the whole way, it'd be a 2-. And I can always palpate on the bicep. Let's say that he didn't have any movement. I could palpate here. Go ahead and try to flex it again. And I can palpate on the anterior surface where the bicep would be for a trace. For elbow extension, I've changed my position. So I'm going to have him bring his arm up over his head, and then I'm going to have him flex the elbow. And now I need to see if he can straighten that all the way out. So I would say, go ahead and lift your hand towards the ceiling as high as you can for me. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good, that's all the way. Relax for me. Now I need to add resistance and see if it's minimal resistance, moderate, or maximal. Go ahead and extend that arm for me. In the mid-range, I'm going to give resistance. Don't let me push it down. Good. He gave me maximal resistance, so that's a 5 out of 5. If he wasn't able to lift this arm at all, and I said, go ahead and bring that arm towards the ceiling, and there was no movement, then I need to move to a gravity eliminated position. So I can bring him down here and ask him to straighten the arm. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Gravity's pulling down. He's working in the opposite direction, or perpendicular, so we're no longer against gravity. He had full range of motion. That would be a 4 or a 2 out of 5. Any partial range, but not to the end, would be a 2-. If he's trying to move it and there's no movement at all, and I'm looking for a trace or just want to palpate and see if there's any contraction, I'm going to do that along the tricep. Go ahead and straighten it. Good, and I can feel it tense here. I could even often see that visually, so I'd give him a trace or a 1 out of 5.